Hey traders and investors, it's Serge Berger here. Yesterday when I was speaking with a bunch of my hedge fund colleagues and other institutional investors, we were going through some of the casino operating stocks such as Las Vegas Sands, Wynn, and Caesars. And what's interesting here from a technical perspective is that all three of those are bumping into their 200-day moving average here for the first time together in a long time. Now, if we look at Las Vegas Sands here, for example, you can see this has been a real ugly story since topping out in 2014. We look at the chart of Wynn, same story, just an absolutely horrendous downward trend. And if we look at Caesars, this doesn't look any better either, and you can see obviously a real nasty story. But if you look at all these three charts, you see that that red 200-day moving average here is really starting to come into play again. And what's interesting more so is not that these stocks haven't bumped into their 200-day before, but that they're now doing it all at the same time. Even Wynn, which was very far removed from that 200-day moving average for a long time, has now finally reconnected, and while potentially immediate term overbought, this is definitely a story one wants to keep a close eye on here through a multi-week, maybe a multi-month lens. So if and when these stocks can clear this moving average, then this could be a decent story for some of these stocks to start mean reverting meaningfully higher. Now, of course, the big problem with this story remains the overhang with the broader stock market, which remains in a bear market. And so from that perspective, this very much goes against the intermediate term trend of stocks in general. So it's quite unlikely as such to see these stocks blast higher if stocks continue to correct in the broader sense. But it's definitely something worth paying attention to from a relative strength perspective, because the longer these stocks can continue giving us relative strength, then at some point when the broader market starts washing out, or even before it has washed out, this could be a real interesting story to oops, let me type this in correctly. To get into some stocks that really, quite frankly, are overdue for some mean reversion to the upside. So just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how this works. Maybe one more way of looking at this is if you look at this in a ratio basis. So if you were to look at the this stock, for example, divided by the S&P 500. And what you're starting to see here is that in relative terms, although the stock continues to look quite weak, here too we are starting to see some trend breaks. So it's interesting to see these stocks giving us not only absolute but also some relative strength here as of late. So one thing to watch here, the casino stocks, guys. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video.